All right. Broadcast technician, huh? That's cool. You've been digging into RoleCatcher, it seems. Loads of info there.
Tons.
Ready to do a deep dive, see if this career path is what you're really looking for.
Let's do it. Break it all down.
So, first things first, what does a broadcast technician even, do?
Basically, they handle, well, I mean, everything to get your favorite TV shows, the radio, even streamed stuff actually on the air. And I really mean everything. The setting up, the running, the maintenance, all that complex equipment. Cameras, microphones, even transmitters, satellite links.
Wow. So we're talking like the real nuts and bolts behind the radio waves and our TV screens?
Exactly, like a video switcher, for example.
Okay, yeah.
That's crucial, the heart of a live broadcast. They need to troubleshoot live, switch between cameras, make sure the audio is perfect, and all while coordinating with the director, the whole crew,
So they're right in the thick of it, especially during live stuff. It's so dynamic. One day you're in a fancy TV studio, the next you're on location at a concert or a game. And don't forget those cable and satellite places. Unsung heroes, really.
Right, getting it to our screens. But it's a team effort, yeah.
Totally. Producers, directors, sound engineers, everyone works together. But think about it. Those moments in your favorite shows, the instant replay, a super clear interview on the news, that's a good broadcast team. And the broadcast technician is essential.
So they're like the behind-the-scenes wizards,
Human.
keeping everything running. But is this career path really right for you? Let's look at the good and the bad. RoleCatcher had some insights there.
Sure.
Plus it's in high demand, right?
Definitely. Broadcasting's always changing, streaming, online content. It all needs skilled people, especially those who get digital broadcasting, IP-based stuff. That's hot right now.
So if you're techie, love fast-paced, behind the scenes, that's good. But what about the downsides? RoleCatcher didn't hold back, did it? Not at all. You got to be realistic. Big when the hours, late nights, weekends, sometimes even holidays. Depends on the schedule. I remember one time.
I can only imagine. I bet you've had some crazy schedules over the year.
Oh, yeah, totally. Once, I spent Thanksgiving up on top of a stadium,
No.
making sure the cameras were good to go. For a football game? Not your typical holiday dinner.
Wow.
The show must go on, though, right?
That's dedication. But yeah, that kind of schedule, not for everyone. What other downsides did RoleCatcher mention?
Well, it's competitive. Getting those first jobs, you really got to stand out.
Right.
And it can be intense, those live broadcasts especially. Got to think fast.
I bet.
Solve problems right then and there. Stay calm.
Sounds like you need that cool head and all the technical stuff, too. So how do you even become a broadcast technician? Let's say you're okay with the crazy hours, the pressure. You're ready.
That's where those RoleCatcher career stages are helpful. They really lay it out, the typical path. So entry level, you're assisting the more experienced folks.
Like an apprenticeship, but for broadcasting.
Exactly. Maybe setting up, running cables, or operating a camera, microphone, but with someone watching over you.
Learning the basics, the real-world stuff, and picking up tricks from the pros.
Yeah. Then you get more experience, you move up. Junior technician, then senior. More responsibility.
You're on your own more.
Right. More complicated stuff, the top-of-the-line equipment, fixing things if they go wrong during a broadcast. And you might even be the one training others, supervising.
Okay, I'm seeing the path here. Start at the bottom, learn as you go. What about specializing, though? RoleCatcher mentioned some options.
Oh, yeah. And this is where it gets cool. You can be a sound whiz, making sure the audio is perfect at a concert. Or transmission expert, making sure those signals are going out. There's even graphics, visual effects. That's huge now with digital stuff.
So lots of choices. Find your niche. But no matter what, RoleCatcher said, you gotta keep learning, right? Things change so fast.
Big time. Technology never stops, so you can't either. Gotta be ready to learn new things, adapt. Honestly, that's what keeps it exciting.
And challenging, I'm sure. Speaking of, what about folks who want to be their own boss? Freelancing? Was that in RoleCatcher too?
For sure. You build up your skills, your reputation. You could go freelance, work on all sorts of projects, setting up live events, tech support for filming. Lots of possibilities.
Okay, so we've covered the day-to-day, the pros and cons, the career ladder, even specializing in freelancing. RoleCatcher really goes all out, huh?
It does. It's got interview help, guides for different skills, even advice on networking. Meeting people in the industry.
Networking is important.
Huge.
Especially in a competitive field. The right connections can make such a difference, like a whole package deal, right? But even with all this from RoleCatcher, I bet it comes down to, gut feeling. Is this really it for you after all this?
That's the thing. You got to listen to that.
Yeah.
But here's what I like about these deep dives. Even if broadcast technician It's not a perfect match, right?
Yeah.
Just looking at everything, it might make you think of other stuff. Related fields, things you hadn't even considered.
It opens those doors.
Totally. And it's not just about the jobs, the technical stuff. There's the whole creative side of broadcasting. We didn't get into that much.
Right. Huge part of it.
What gets you excited?
Yeah.
What stories you want to tell? Maybe it's live sports, all that energy. Or sitcoms, the behind the scenes of how they make it funny. Or, documentaries, serious stuff, getting the word out.
So if it's not just can you handle the tech, it's does it connect with what you like?
Exactly. Combine that passion with the skills, and you're unstoppable.
Right. It's not one size fits all, this career stuff. Mix it up.
And who knows, maybe someday you're the one making it happen behind the scenes, but bringing those stories to life.
That's awesome. Well, there you have it, listeners, our deep dive into broadcast technicians. Lots to think about. Hopefully this gets you started, figuring out if it's the right path for you.
Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep that passion for broadcasting alive. That's the big one.
Couldn't agree more. Until next time, everyone, happy exploring.